Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Angelic Astrologer and Spiritual Consultant from AngelMessenger.net, here to do your monthly angel card reading for February 2015. So, true to Mercury retrograde, which we are in the midst of, I had some malfunctions in recording this video for the monthly angel card reading, which is why you already see all of the cards so nicely kind of laid out here. I was partway through the video and I realized that it had disconnected me, the screen had frozen, so I had to start over, but I didn't want to start over with new cards because these are the cards that the angels and my guides guided me to choose from the deck, and we're going to stick with those same cards. We're using Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot deck. The special message card, depending on your stone of choice, is going to come from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins cards, also by Doreen Virtue. I had an extra card when I was shuffling and meditating with the tarot deck fall out, and the angels and guides said that this was also kind of a fourth or special message card for everyone. And then we're also choosing from the Angels of Atlantis deck by Stuart Pearce, a special message card for everyone. So that's also back here already. Now, I hadn't gotten to the point in the video where I already had chosen the Mermaids and Dolphins cards, so we still have yet to choose those depending on your stone of choice, which, by the way, we have lepidolite. And lepidolite is kind of a purple colored stone. It's kind of a cross between purple, burgundy color, and it's going to vibrate to the crown chakra. Now, earlier the angels had told me not to give you too much specific information about each stone. They want you to kind of go with your intuition, your inner guidance. They want you to develop that a little bit more, but I will say that this vibrates to the crown chakra. And, you know, in that crown chakra, opening you up to higher guidance. So your second stone of choice is angelite, excuse me. And this is a heart-shaped angelite stone. It's a light blue color, and so this vibrates to your throat chakra, and the throat chakra is about speaking your truth. Your third stone of choice is amazonite. And the amazonite is kind of a greenish colored stone. It's not truly green, but it's not truly turquoise color. It's kind of an in-between. And I feel like this is going to be more of a vibration to your heart chakra and dealing with things of an emotional nature. So again, your stones of choice for this monthly reading is lepidolite, angelite, and amazonite. So let's talk a little bit about the highlights astrologically for this month of February. So we started out January 2015, and here we had a new month, the first new month of the new year, but as I said in January's reading, I feel like it was still a time of releasing, letting go of energies or circumstances and things that we were experiencing back in 2014, okay? So it was still kind of purging, releasing, and ending and going with the flow with the energies of January. I feel like February now, as we move into February, we're truly moving into a new beginning, because February is, from a numerology standpoint, a 1 universal month in an 8 universal year, whereas January was a 9 universal month. And again, that number 9 is the last of the single digits, so again, was ending up a cycle. February, being a 1 universal month, is the beginning of a cycle. It's the beginning of a new energy. And I feel like truly a new start that we're moving into. The other thing that's significant about February, before getting into the astrology, is, and this is kind of still astrology, but it's Chinese astrology, is that February is the month that we transition into the new Chinese New Year. I believe it's on the 19th of February that happens. Now, the new Chinese New Year that we're going to be going into is the year of the sheep or the year of the goat. You know, it depends on how you look at that. Some people say it's a goat, some people say it's a sheep. We were in the year of the horse for last year, since February 2014 until this month, February 2015. The horse was much more of a wild, free, trying to push forward kind of energy, which is interesting because 2014 was a vibration that was much more internal. Now we're in 2015, which is much more a year about empowerment and focusing on our career, our life direction, money, finance, being recognized for who we are out in the world. And now we're moving into the year of the goat or the sheep, which is much more of a gentle animal, a peaceful animal. And so that in and of itself is very interesting. If you want to hear more, a little bit more about that transition, about the Chinese New Year, go back and watch my Soul Reflections video that I did at the beginning of the year 2015. I went a little bit more into the Chinese New Year about that. Also look into my new Angelic Astrology article for February 2015, which will be posted on Angel Messenger. That also will go a little bit more into the new Chinese year. Now, also in February, what's highlighted is that Mercury, which again went retrograde in January, will be going back to direct motion on February 11th. So once Mercury goes direct at 1 degree of Aquarius on February 11th, we can then start to move forward with our plans, which goes well with that one universal month of new beginnings. Then as we move to February 18th, we have a new moon, and the new moon is always also about new beginnings, but it is at the 29th degree of Aquarius, which is very significant and very interesting because when we have something at the last degree of a sign, which 29 degrees of Aquarius is the last degree of Aquarius before moving into Pisces, we're talking about winding something up. It's talking about an ending of some sort, you know, kind of coming to a conclusion of an energy, but yet it's a new moon, so we're talking about new beginnings. So this is telling me that there's some sort of ending and new beginning that's occurring at the same time during this new moon on February 18th. Literally 1 minute after the new moon occurs, the moon moves into Pisces, and literally 3 minutes after the new moon, on February 18th, the sun moves into Pisces. So very unique kind of energy that happens with that new moon lunation. Now the other exciting thing that happens is that we have two planets moving into new signs on the 19th and the 20th, which is the day after the new moon and 2 days after the new moon. Mars, which is the masculine principle, goes into the sign of Aries. Venus, which is the feminine principle, also goes into the sign of Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, again associated with new beginnings, charging forward, moving ahead, taking action. So this is why I think, you know, especially like the first half of February, because Mercury is still retrograde and we still have Mars and Venus in the sign of Pisces, you know, we're still kind of wrapping something up. We're releasing an old cycle, releasing an old energy, you know, and dealing with old things that need to be purged from our situation in life. Then the second half of February, you know, Mercury has gone direct, we have this new moon, and then Mars and Venus goes into Aries. So I feel like we'll be able to start to move forward. It might take us, you know, it might take us a little bit to pick up speed, but it definitely is the start of a new beginning. Okay, so we've already pulled cards, like I said, from the earlier video, so let's go ahead and turn them over and see what the message for the month of February is. Okay, we start out with the Five of Water. And the Five of Water says, things not turning out the way you'd hope, not seeing the positive in a situation, and crying over spilt milk. Now, the water element is our emotions and our feelings. And the five is always about chaotic energies, ungrounded, unbalanced energies. Just like this card says, things may not have turned out, or things may not seem to be turning out the way that you intended or the way that you expected. so far as we're moving into this new year. I feel like this is something definitely of an emotional nature. It might be situations with relationships in your life, whether they be romantic relationships or family or friend relationships, but it's definitely a relationship that you feel emotionally connected to. Now, this could be other things as well, as long as you're emotionally connected to it, like say your career path or destiny path. You know, you definitely have an emotional investment in that as well. So there's something that's not quite turning out, again, the way that you thought it should, and you're feeling maybe a little bit emotionally distraught or upset or unbalanced with how things seem to be occurring. Now, I feel like, again, that this may be more in the beginning of February, and we're going to hope that as we move through these cards and look at the other cards, that by the time we get towards, you know, the end of February, or that we seem to see some sort of progression that shows us that things are going to get better as we move into those energies of new beginnings. Let's take a look at the second card. And the second card, okay, is the Eight of Air. So the air element is about our thoughts, our mind, our ideas, our belief systems. And the number 8 is, again, it's about issues of confidence, empowerment, and standing in your power. It's also about your career, your life path, deals with money and abundance. The message at the bottom says an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, and being afraid to take action. So whatever's going on, especially combining that with the Five of Water, to where things maybe don't seem to be turning out the way you thought, or you're feeling emotionally imbalanced. Now here we have the Eight of Air, to where maybe you're not feeling strong in the mental realm either. You're feeling disempowered by something. You're feeling trapped by something. You're feeling like you're afraid to break free. You're lacking the confidence to move forward. And the angels are saying that, you know, they desire you to step into your truth, to step into your power, to own your power, and to have that confidence that you need to break free. Here we have an image of, you know, there's a bunch of unicorns back here in a group, but there's this one unicorn that's kind of broken free from the rest, and he's charging ahead and he's moving away, and he has more confidence. You know, he's gotten to a point where he doesn't want to feel trapped anymore. He doesn't want to feel disempowered anymore. And the only way to empower himself is to break free, move forward, take a chance, have confidence in himself as he moves forward. So this is about taking some sort of action to break yourself out of a situation, a circumstance, a relationship, or a mindset or a belief system that no longer is in your highest and best interest to hold on to. Let's look at what the last card says. Or I should say the second to the last card. This card is the Four of Water. Okay, the Four of Water says missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. Okay. Now, the water element, again, we're dealing with the emotions and the feelings, but the number 4 is a great number if we're dealing with the physical realm, because it talks about security. When we're talking about the emotional realm, it can be about bringing your emotions into a secure and stable place, but in this case, the angel's message is that you're closing yourself off to something. You're boxing yourself in, closing yourself off, making yourself feel heavy or even depressed in a way by not opening yourself up to other possibilities, to other potential ideas or other potential directions. Just like the card says down here, open your eyes to the possibilities. And the image on the card here, it shows 3 cups way back here in the background in the ocean, and these cups, you can barely see them. They're kind of shrouded in a shadow. You know, they're hardly there at all. And then we have this mermaid, and she looks very sad. She's looking down. She's kind of looking depressed. She doesn't look very vibrant at all. We have this one cup standing over here by itself. It's in the forefront, it's bright, it's colorful, it's got brilliant greens and yellows in it. And she's not seeing it. She's not looking at it. She's not even looking for it. And that message is that she's missing that opportunity. That with all these things that from the last month or two of 2014 and maybe January 2015 to where things maybe haven't been unfolding the way you expected, or that there's something happening within a situation or circumstance or relationship that maybe doesn't seem to be very happy or joyous or the way that you wanted it to go. This is saying that you need to open your eyes to other possibilities, other directions, and to try to see beyond the illusion of what it is. Sometimes we're just redirected in life. Sometimes our higher soul self knows where we need to go and what we need to do to get there. And it's just about stepping into your own confidence and empowering yourself, like this card here says. This card is saying break free of the fears, break free of the illusion of being trapped, step into your confidence and look for these other opportunities, look for the other directions, look for the light at the end of the tunnel, and also to pay attention to your emotions, because if you stay in a place where you're down, you're not going to attract that which is light. So, attempt to work with your emotions as well as your mindset to be more positive and be more happy and to be more vibrant. And you're going to find that other direction. You're going to find that other possibility. You'll be able to then move forward. Let's see what this card that fell out of the deck was, this kind of extra special message card for everybody. Perfect. This is the Three of Water. Okay, so the Three of Water says a celebration, a wedding, a graduation, a birth, the need to have more fun. And this is kind of what I was saying with the last card, is you need to raise your emotional vibration. If you raise your emotional vibration and you step into your truth and confidence, you're going to be bringing that new potential opportunity and possibility to you. There's something new just around the corner. This is a month of new beginnings. It's a month of starting to take action in a new direction. And your angels and guides say to have more fun, because if you have more fun and you go out with friends and you do things that you enjoy, it's going to raise your vibration. And then, wow, we have 3 cups here. 3 beautiful cups, vibrant, standing in the ocean here. I think this is a dolphin back here. But it's about happiness. It's about joy. It's about creativity. It's about expanding the positive emotions so that you can move forward into that next step and that new possibility on your destiny path. Okay, now we need to look at the special message card from the Angels of Atlantis deck, which is again for everyone for the month of February. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is Archangel Zadkiel, and it says ecstasy on the bottom. This to me is a beautiful, brilliant card. I feel we're talking about sacral chakra energies, which is creative self-expression. We're talking about the solar plexus energy, which is again our confidence and standing in our power. It's about heart chakra energies, this pink energy down here, unconditional love and being in a state of joy and peace and love and ecstasy of life. Okay? When you're in a state of ecstasy, and I know that sounds odd, but if you're in a state of ecstasy for life, for your life path, for your passion, moving towards your joy, moving towards what you desire in life, that's what's going to bring you the new beginning. Standing in your truth and moving towards that desire is going to bring the ecstasy in life that you deserve and that you desire and that you really should have. Okay, let's look at the special message card from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck, depending on your stone of choice. So we're going to give these a little bit of a shuffle, asking the angels and archangels, ascended masters and healers of the light to provide us with whatever message is in everyone's highest and best interest. Okay, this one on the bottom is calling me for the Lepidolite people. Positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. That's kind of exactly what we've been talking about. So not only do you have to clear, they're saying clear your own energy field. Call in Archangel Michael to clear your energy field, pull cords between you, people, situations, and circumstances that's no longer in your highest and best interest. Also, after you clear your energy and after you work on your own mindsets, belief systems, and emotions to be more positive yourself, then you want to continue that out by surrounding yourself with positive people, positive situations and circumstances as much as you can. Now, they do realize that you have family commitments and that you have a career or a job perhaps, which may not always give you the most positive energy, but whenever you can, step away from anything that's negative. Remove yourself from people and situations that are not positive, that aren't going to make you feel good, because it's in putting yourself in a more positive state of beingness that's going to attract the new beginning that you're looking for. Okay, so for those of you that chose Angelite, the Angelite people says, accept heaven's help. This says, you've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you now. I add on the now. It doesn't really say now. But this is a mermaid in an ocean. She's reaching up kind of to the sky, to the heavens. There's all these wonderful like birds there. She's kind of reaching for that joy. She's reaching to the heavens for help and assistance. So ask your angels and guides for help, but then you have to let them help you, okay? You have to kind of get out of your own way, not block their assistance, and be open to the guidance that they're giving you. And maybe the guidance they're giving you may be something different than what you think you want, okay? But again, your higher self is, along with your angels and guides, guiding you in the right direction. And sometimes we need to be guided to new experiences, new situations, and new people in order to further our highest and most important destiny path. So be open to whatever that help and assistance from heaven and from your angels are, because they're never going to steer you wrong, okay? All right, and then for those of you that chose the Amazonite people, this one is calling my attention. Okay, this one says rest. Apparently you've been through a lot of things over the last few weeks or maybe even a couple of months, and it's time. It says that you've been working hard, and I feel like it's not just about working as far as a job or career. I feel like you've been working on yourself. You've been working on your soul's evolution and growth. You're doing a lot of releasing and purging, and so you've been doing a lot of soul work. And it says, you know, take a nap and get some rest. I really just feel like you need to have a little bit of downtime before truly moving forward. It doesn't mean that you should do nothing. I just feel like you might need a little bit more meditation time, a little bit more relaxation time, get more rest, treat yourself, maybe get a massage or a manicure, something to where you're taking care of yourself. You know, this is about self-care. This is about making sure that you create good boundaries for yourself and that your own needs are met, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't help or do anything for anyone else as far as, you know, in the best way possible, because you don't have the energy to give. So in this month of February, just take it easy. Let yourself rejuvenate, regenerate, recharge your batteries before moving on to the month of March. So I hope you've liked this monthly angel card reading. Again, be sure to look at the Angelic Astrology article for the month of February. We'll very soon have the new weekly angel astrology reading up also on YouTube. If you want daily posts from me on Facebook, send me a Facebook request under Colleen Lemma, and you can see my spiritual and astrological information for the day. I usually do a post every day. Also, if you'd like a more personal reading, which I would love to do for you, there's so much going on, you might need some guidance, and I would love to help you with that. Go on to my page on angelmessenger.net, see what services I have to offer, and go ahead and sign up for a service. Would love to, again, connect with you. So, sending you all much love and light. I feel very grateful and thankful for all of your support. Thank you very much for all of your wonderful comments. And until next time, many angel blessings.